All right, we'll call the March 12th Clinton Utility Board meeting to order, please. And we are open to public comment. And Ms. Delaney, we assume that you would like to speak.
I would.
Great.
I missed you guys so much between month to month. So I just want to come back and spend some quality time with you. Tonight I'm going to talk about smart meters. I know that's a huge surprise. We're not all on the same page yet, right? We're still not opting out of those. No? All right. Well, smart meters are a violation, of the federal wiretapping laws in all 50 states, and therefore a violation of our constitutional right to privacy. Well, let's talk about how we're a part of the grid and what we're giving up access to. So there's W-band, M-band, and regular band. We'll talk about those. The wireless body area network, W-band, includes dental implants, hearing aids, pulmonary sensors, respiration sensors, orthopedic implants, retinal prosthesis, pacemakers, liver sensors, and pressure sensors. These sensors that are in our bodies collect information and send it to medical professionals using smartphones and laptops. So we're a part of the circuit without our knowledge. M-band started rolling out more. I feel like after COVID, they've got the smart drug delivery system now, where you can swallow a pill and it'll give you your medicine throughout the day. That's part of M-band. The security of the human body is sold. This is sold to us as a way to mitigate risks and geared at treatment and maintenance of sick people. And they know the risk for cyber attacks, but have decided that the decrease in malpractice suits outweighs the risk to the patient. And of course, this patient monitoring market is worth billions of dollars. And then there's the band. Wearable computing devices, implants, smart pills, phones, AirTags, watches, VR, smart appliances, and smart TVs, and your Alexa. So, because our smart meter can communicate with our literal bodies in all of these different, our body's network, it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. If you can't get behind the health effects of it, maybe you can get behind how it's unconstitutional to have our data. Where's our data going? Who's buying it? Who's selling it? We ought to be able to opt out of this. So I'll keep coming back until we're all on the same page about it. I appreciate you listening. Hear me out.
Thank you, Ms. Delaney. Any comments, questions from board members, management? The only comment I would provide maybe to the general manager is give Ms. Delaney's comments about the potential concern with federal law.
Yes,
we may want to just kind of test that to see whether or not our lawyer feels that may be,
yes,
if there's any risk or not. I don't know how the rest of the board would feel, or MTAS or someone of a, that's got more legal background than obviously I would.
And I did email that over to the two of
Yes,
you
ma'am.
today, so you guys have that information in your inbox.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good. I'll see you next month.
Thank you. We'll see you. Take care. Any other questions, comments there? All right, let's move on. Approval of the minutes.
So moved. Second.
First and second. Any questions, comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Approval of vouchers.
So moved. Second.
First and a second. Comments, questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Monthly reports.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to immediately turn it over to Dusty, so I will not be accused of elongating the meeting.
We can still accuse you.
I see a timer come up. Sorry.
We'll take a hit when we can, Greg.
That was pretty good, though.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. No,
That was pretty good.
in January 2026, the electric department had a positive net margin of $246,000. This brings our year-to-date total to a positive net margin of 2.3 million, which exceeds our forecast by about 563,000. The average temperature in February was 44.1 degrees, about a half degree below the 15-year average. February also had 15 days with low temperatures below freezing, which is about 2 days above the 15-year average, and what we experienced in 2025. This resulted in a load factor of 50% for the month, which is one of the lowest we've seen in a while. Any questions about electric?
One question, I had my gas bill was really high. And a friend of mine called me and he called there and they said the particular batch of gas they got was more expensive. So are they not under contracts like we have, like gas costs more different times of the year? Or?
You know, they probably had to spot market that. TVA does that, but that doesn't filter down to us as dynamically as the gas would.
Okay.
We have what they call a fuel adjustment charge, you know, but TVA weathered that pretty well. I don't know that they instantaneously, the gas companies, I don't know how
Okay.
they build that,
I was just
but I
curious.
don't know that if it's an instantaneous pass through. Do you have any knowledge on that at all?
I do not. I did read an article somewhere recently, maybe in the News Center or something, that how the gas prices kind of spiked there in January. There was in the gas market, at least in the East Tennessee area, and I don't know specifically the area or the whole Southeast, but there was a spike in the gas prices due to pipeline and supply and demand in the area. I read that the gas price. Now, I don't know the dynamics of their long-term hedging on contracts or how much you're buying long-term, how much you're buying short-term. I don't know the dynamics in their
I was
prices.
curious. I know it was cold, but
Yeah.
it's significantly higher.
For our folks, our local folks, they were particularly hit because we have served in 6 counties and we bill at different times. So we have a moving window of when you're billed. The time frame is generally about 30 days, but that window moves when your due date is, depending on that is. And the way that hit this year is the very coldest part of January and the very coldest part of February, putting those two together, was in the same billing cycle
Gotcha.
as our local
Makes sense.
area. So there should be some relief for a lot of people as we go forward because the two hits. Is that right, Dusty? Am I getting
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So we all took a real hit for this period of time.
Thank you.
Had a little detour there, Mr. Fagan.
That's my fault.
No, Mr. Fagan down there decided to get slapped down there.
See, that's so good.
Go ahead, sir.
Bet you have
No,
great.
that's all right.
He took the bait.
I like much to say on water and sewer. Combined net margin of 1.2 million year to date continues to do well. That's
What?
all I got.
Questions about the monthly reports?
Move to approve.
Mr. Crowley, is there a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, project status, please.
Todd, would you care to share the electric, those 3 work orders that we're tracking?
Yes, sir, I will. 3 work orders we're tracking here. You see on the report that all 3 of these have been on here previously. The Sequoia Road 4-aught area cable, we are just about to wind that project up. That project's going very well, and we should be completed here by the end of March, anticipating. The Hidden Valley Road, that project's going as well as also. We have hit a lot of rock down there in that area. If any of y'all are familiar with that area, there's a lot of rock, but we anticipated hitting a lot of rock down there. So nothing unexpected there, and that project should be completed here by the end of April. And the final one there over on New River Highway, we're kind of in the pre-construction right-of-way crane phase over there. And we should begin actual line construction on it here early to mid-April and anticipate completing it by the end of June, so the end of this fiscal year. Any questions on any of those?
Greg, would you care to share any updates on what you're tracking on that down to Cityscapes?
Real quick, they started on the sewer laterals. They got through on Broad Street. They have moved their construction efforts now to Commerce. And so that's where they're at now, putting the sewer laterals.
Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Other business.
Yes, I do have some other business quickly. Uh, I'd like to start off and thank our board member, Rob Harrell, who apparently shared some good news down at the city. And that from that, we received a very positive write-up in the Courier News, which highlighted our exceptional service restoration effort during the winter storm Fern, when the TVA's 161 kV transmission line went down at 4 o'clock in the morning. It de-energized Oliver Springs and Coalfield Sub. That was 4,211 households without power in the middle of that storm. And Cubs Flizzr technology activated, analyzed, and redirected and isolated and restored the power in just under 2 minutes. And we successfully restored electricity over 3,000 of the 4,000 affected households. And all that is thanks to our cutting edge technology. And all of that was in the newspaper because of that article. So thank you, Rob, for sharing that. And I was amazed that they picked up on that and we followed up as you requested that we do. Next month, I've agreed to speak at TVA's annual Economic Developers Forum in Nashville to share, I guess, some of the successful strategies that we have here, and that'll be represented by all 7 states in the TVA region, and that'll be on TVA's nickel for that. So I'll look forward to sharing that good information with the all of the economic developers represented in the 7 states of TVA. And on March the 6th, Norris community came together to celebrate their Arbor Day tradition. We had a special involvement in that with local students, and our right-of-way coordinator, Tim West, who is an ISA certified arborist, we donated a Kwanzaa cherry tree to be planted at the Norris Elementary School. And that really reflects our ongoing commitment to safety, reliability, and environmental stewardship. We are Treeline USA utility for over 2 decades, and we've also participated in Clinton's annual Arbor Day celebration. That's held generally in the fall.
Typically in the fall.
So that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Any discussion items, Mr. Harrell?
You sent an email about the TVA rates maybe
Yes.
changing. Will they change wording one budget cycle? How will that hit our budget cycles as far as, I'm assuming they'll go up? I mean, is
They
that the
will
assumption?
go up, but that is that wholesale rate. Everything transfers. So in terms of how it impacts us financially, that it won't.
Okay.
It won't impact us financially. It's not. We don't absorb that. We pass that through from the wholesale rate to the retail rate.
But that doesn't mean a rate increase, correct?
It definitely will. It won't mean a rate increase by Cub.
I got you.
It'll be a rate increase through the wholesale power to the retail.
I got you. Okay. And then at the last city council meeting, I was asked why CUB use a different auditor than the schools in the city of Clinton, and I responded that I had the same auditor for years and years, very comfortable. And then I was asked, would I present or ask the question, would CUB consider using the same auditor as the big one auditor over the city and the schools and CUB?
Well,
So I just want to
of
pass that
course,
on.
there was 3 different. I mean, the schools used to have a different auditor
Yes.
too, Brown Jake, and we looked. I think at that time, Coopers and Library was doing the cities, and now Pew, I think, does. And
So,
Pew's a really good organization. The thing with the difference is the city is under GASB, which we are under too. That's Governmental Accounting Board. Where we differ is we are under FERC also, and that's the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. So that's a whole different accounting procedures. We have auditors, like the city. We also have TVA does an audit for us. So we've got our financial auditors, which is Brown Jake. We've got our regulatory auditors, which is TVA, which does contract compliance, regulatory rates, and then we have USI that does pension audits for us. So we've got a gamut of that. We use Brown Jake because there's only 153 power distributors within the 7 states. So it's a unique thing. So auditors have to then be familiar with the Uniform System of Accounts under FERC,
And that's FERG.
FERC,
See, okay.
Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And because of that, some firms don't have the expertise in-house because for them to do one utility, there's a lot of different things they have to learn. So their cost generally goes up. When we looked at Cooper's, who's also another good firm, they were almost 2 times the amount. Brown Jake has been with us a while. We've had Corona Black. We go back a long way. Joey Brown, I remember when I first came here. The deal there is we don't have to bid out professional services, but we have to have a certified financial audit. So if one costs $25,000 and the other costs $45,000, if there is no difference, we generally would go to the low bid because we have to do working papers, and it's just what we've done. We always do. We hand it to them on a platter, essentially, and then they go in and they verify those numbers. A lot of times with a new firm, it's a new deal. Then you got to break in different people. The answer to your question is, we're open to anything. What makes good sense will always make good sense. Cooper's, I think they may have done Powell Valley. I don't know. I mean, Brown Jake in this area, they do the most.
I got you. Okay. I'll pass it back.
Thanks. Anything else, Darren? Mr. McBride?
No, sir.
Mr. Crowe? Dave? Excuse me. All right. I have nothing. Anything else from management?
No, sir.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right.